Kansas, you are not that girl to be able to pull this off. Also, that's a lot of moxie coming from Kansas.
I'm saying
the nothing state.
Totally. Whose motto is,
We got corn.
When did I get old? Oh, oh,
Hi. How are you
welcome
doing?
Back, everybody.
Yes, welcome back. Oh my God, I always start with how are you doing? Because I'm like a human and I don't think about camera as much. But
I think that's good.
Hi, welcome to Keep Me Young. I'm Blake.
And I'm Heather. And also, Blake, how are you doing?
And also, I'm good. I'm good. Welcome back to your weekly podcast to watch two millennials find out how to stay culturally relevant through pop culture, entertainment, video games, politics, etc. You name it, and we'll do it probably.
The Olympics,
so
sports, fictional or real.
A lot of the time. Yeah, exactly. But I'm good. I just had my Sins War Crimes video go up a couple days ago, so that's done. Nice. And my brace just came in time, so now I can. It's not anything major. It's not anything major. It's like the top tendon was getting really like tender when I would like edit, but I would edit in my bed on my laptop. That's my fault, and so because I'd be like, no, like that's not good have a mouse.
For you. You're doing it all in trackpad.
I just like being on the bed. Like I have a desk. And I got a desk so I would not be in the bed editing all the time. But it's just so addicting editing in bed. I don't know why I love it so much. Yeah. So that was fucking up my wrist. So now I got this just to wear whenever I'm like at the computer for the next little bit. Oh, and I got this little thing that goes in front of your mouse to keep your wrist elevated. So we're old, baby. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like carpal tunnel or just like tendonitis a little bit. Like it's not like debilitating. It just kind of like smarts a little. So it's fine.
It's smart, Blake. That's what people in the 50s said. No,
amen, baby.
You're leaving. The past is taking you.
We're not going back.
Aging is taking
Kamala Harris, we're not going back. Oh my gosh. No, but I'm good. Yeah. I have that now for future editing, which will be much better. So
yes,
it's all good.
Very good.
Yeah. It's already feeling a lot better.
Good. I'm glad. I am in the beautiful state of California this week for work in San Diego, and I'm at a house dog sitting. San Diego's beautiful. It's 75, 80 degrees in February. Now March. If this doesn't heal me, I don't know what will.
Yeah,
being
fair.
Constantly in warm temperatures through the winter, I think was a really great decision on my part. So.
Fair. Fair. Well, that's lovely.
Yeah. Well, should we answer the question?
I guess we should go ahead and start with the question. Why not? Let's get into it. Let's dive in.
What's keeping you young?
Well, Heather, what's keeping me young is one, actually a very mini one. Yesterday we did me and two other creators, Michael Lors, who's a voice actor, but also streamer, from Date Everything. That game I played a lot last year.
Yeah.
And Koi J, who's also a streamer doing really, really well, has beautiful setups on his stuff. Oh my gosh, he's awesome. We both, Michael had the idea for the three of us to do a Mario Party for Minneapolis fundraiser where we played Mario Party. And on the YouTube, I couldn't figure out how to get the same donor to go on the YouTube fundraising side as the Twitch side, because like the Women's Foundation of Minnesota was there in the Twitch side, but the YouTube side didn't have that charity. So instead I did you know what? I should have had that ready. I keep forgetting the names, but I did it. And that's all that matters. I don't need to know the names to do good.
In your heart. Yeah.
I know it in my heart, and that's the important part. Like, speak on it. But it was for the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota, which helps to give free legal services to people very highly rated, very well. We at least got that much out of it. Like, we know they're good. And so on the YouTube side, I think we raised like $1,100 for the Immigrant Law Center. And on the Twitch side, we raised like $1,350, I think, or something. It added up to $2,600 total.
Amazing.
So it was so exciting. And we just played like a little Mario Party game. We had so much fun. We had little punishments. We did like every $50 that people donated. So eventually we just had to do it every single mini game. We would spin the wheel of punishment of like who has to do what. And it would be like, keep your controller down for 5 seconds at the start. Cute. Or like be blindfolded for it, or play from across the room. Or there was one where like it had nothing to do with anything, but it was like until the next mini game, you have to use an accent, and then that landed on all of us, and so it was a good time. We had a good
very
time.
Good.
It was really fun. And
Did
for
you
a
ever
good
play
cause.
that game, King Cup? Is that what it's called?
King's Cup?
King's.
King's
It's a
Cup.
drinking game.
The
Yeah,
drinking
where you
game,
like
King's
come
Cup.
up with new rules as it goes around.
Yes, my
makes me
rule
think
was
of.
always
I love that shit.
cutlery. Mine was cutlery pirate. You had to like get like I was something I just made up. You like put on like a pot and then on your hat or on your head, and then you had to use like tongs or something as like your hands, or at least like one hand had to be like a spatula or something. Until the
That's
next
so
person got cutlery
specific.
pirate. Yeah, college me. I had way too much time on my hands.
Totally. Yeah. Only creative energy, no outlet except for King's Cup.
Not a damn outlet, truly.
Does this stream have anything to do with a random email that we got? Hold on. I put it in the trash because I didn't know why. It just said Mario Party Jamboree in the subject line, and in the body of the email, all it said was hello. Did that have anything to do with the stream?
Well, that is the game we played, Heather. So I think that would in fact be that. I think they picked the wrong link in my description of where to email something to, maybe. And I feel like it sounds like if there's just the hello, I'll bet they were like, oh crap, wrong email, and then try to cancel, but accidentally sent it, is what I'm guessing.
Okay, God bless. I'm sure they made it where they needed to make it to.
Yeah, because people made
Happy
cute
to
fan
see
arts
you
and
here.
stuff during
Hey,
it.
welcome. Happy to see you
be
here. But
happy to see you here.
Hope
We
you found-
did. People
hope you
made
found
fun
your
fan
home.
arts of the stream. Like during it, like they were just drawing. A lot of people like to draw while they're watching our streams, which is so sweet.
Oh,
and so
wow.
they'll sometimes draw stuff that's happening. And so this one person named Wishful Vixen, who's like been just like, she's around our age, and she like and she's like, hey, she's so respectful. She's like, hey, I just like stop me if this ever gets too parasocial. I just like drawing, and I haven't had a lot of like inspiration on it lately, and this gives me like ideas to draw. So like she's been drawing little emotes for me to use and stuff like that, and she's really quick.
Cute.
And then she drew this. She drew each of us as our Mario Party characters.
Looking at my actual screen. Hold on.
Oh yeah, here.
Oh my God.
She drew each of us as our Mario Party characters. It's so sweet, and we're so cunty. Love
Wow.
wins.
Are you all Disney princesses?
No, I'm Daisy.
Oh, in the like slightly blurry, like screen to screen to screen
Oh, it's giving Belle.
of that, it looked like Sleeping Beauty, Belle, and Cinderella.
Kinda, actually.
Let
I
me
mean,
see it
if you
again.
think about it. Let me see that again.
Yeah.
Clock that in. Here. Let me see if I don't know how to get it to
Sleeping
focus on that.
Beauty, Belle, and
And that's
Yeah,
Shy
okay.
Guy in the game.
that's definitely
But, yeah,
not Disney.
It's a good time.
Wait, who's
It's a
the
good
one
time.
who's in the pink with the brown hair? Maybe that's also Belle.
Pink with
I
brown
don't know.
hair?
I'll think of it later. It's not important. It's
That's
only in
not
my
important.
mind that even
Yeah.
exists.
Yeah, we have
Well,
to
that
stay
sounds
young.
great.
We can't act confused. We have to stay young. But the other
Yeah.
yeah, the actual pop culture young is K-pop culture is getting a little bit of pushback for the first time in fucking ever. Which is kind of cool. Not like the people, never. You can't, the fans will never die. But the actual culture of it, like the companies and stuff are getting a little bit more pushback than I think they ever expected, which is honestly kind of hilarious. So, Katseye, the group the group
Yes.
that I've always talked about, like everything's gnarly, like all them, that kind of stuff. They they're a 6-girl group. And they have one person in there whose name is Monae. I believe she is Swiss. She's a black woman who is in a K-pop group, which is like a really big deal. Like they've done it a couple times, but never to this scale. Katseye is a group from Hybe x Geffen. And that group
I don't know what
is
those words mean, but okay.
Yeah, it's just 2 groups. Hybe is the one that made NewJeans and BTS. And then Geffen is like a big, like Camila Cabello, people like that, like big records here. But we don't really care about as much about record companies here as they do in Korea. Like there's like the big 3 in Korea, basically. And then Hybe's like not the big 3 technically, but like it's kind of basically the 4th, like really big one. And so because of BTS and then going on from there. But so they made Katseye out of this like competition of like Debut Dream Academy and things like that. And then they made a Netflix documentary, and now everybody hates them because they like sprung that reality show on them when they thought they were just training to be on it. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, it's actually a survival show where you're going to have to get voted on by people who've never met you. And so like people that were like the top of tier in that thing were getting like last place because people just didn't like their look or like what country they were from or things like that. And it was
That's
iffy.
no fun.
But yeah, but they made Katseye, and Monae made Katseye, and she is a black woman who is just gorgeous. I mean, like kind of basically became the face of the group because people were so excited to see a black girl in this kind of group anyway. Yeah, search Katseye Monae, you will get it.
Do you not have to be Korean to be in a K-pop group? Maybe this is considered
a global girl group. Yeah, this is considered a global girl group that does English as their language for performances. It was like a crossover between one of the biggest Korean groups and one of the biggest American companies. So that's like their goal.
Okay.
And they've been doing really well. They got like 30 million monthly listeners or something like that. They've been performing at like all these major events. They were Grammy nominated for Best New Artist. Like they've been doing great. So this past like week, Monae, there was an announcement that Monae would be going on hiatus temporarily for mental health, like all that stuff. But she's been liking Instagram posts from people who are implying that she has been kicked out, basically. And there's like a bunch of like racist stuff. There's a bunch of racist stuff happening in the background, which not shocked because I mean, people romanticize Korea, but it's kind of like people look at America thinking it's perfect. Like it's pretty racist. So
anywhere where it's like monoculture and like homogenous ethnically is pretty racist.
Yes. So I would not be shocked.
Racist.
I would not be shocked. I mean, there was an edit in the documentary that made it sound like she didn't really care as much because she like didn't show up to rehearsals as much or something like that. But they had like I feel like they had a good redemption arc by the end of that for that kind of stuff where she was like, I come from a culture in like, Switzerland where like we don't think about like, I mean, if we are mentally tired, we go take a break. Like we don't have this burnout culture that other people have. So like I just went and took breaks. Which also completely fucking valid. And they recruited her specifically. They found her on Instagram. Were like, hey, do you want to go do this program? Like, they sent a trainer to her. Like they wanted her in this group because she it's not like, I mean, I think she's a good singer. I think she's a good dancer, but above all of that, she just is an it girl. She just has that look that's just like magnetic, And so, and she already had like a pretty big following before that, all that stuff. But so she's on hiatus and people are like, oh, it's temporary. But then like she's liking stuff that's implying it could be permanent. And now,
she's like liking people's comments saying about her,
liking Instagram posts that imply that she's been kicked out for semi-prejudiced purposes.
The theater of it all. Okay,
because she's not allowed to like say anything, but she can like a post. So
I love this shit.
So I know it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's also like it sucks because like the one girl who kind of almost made your group because it was different. And that's not to discredit the other members. They also are really like, my favorite member is an Indian woman who wears a bindi and she's just absolutely like the best singer in that entire thing. And she's just gorgeous and like incredible. Her name's Laura. I love her. And so it's not to say that none of the other ones are bringing those people in because of course they are.
Sure.
But I think in America, it was really exciting to see somebody like Monae in the front. And so, when she, when this happened, now, like, I think it's like, I don't want to, this is all, I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm just riffing. I'm not sure if this is everybody or if I said the wrong person. So forgive me if I do, but major news stations have talked about it. Major news outlets. Like, I think like Washington Post or like the New York Times or like things like that have all been like, we're backing up Monae because she's getting like kicked out of stuff. And so people are like saying like, I think Hybe for the first time is getting pushback that they never expected because they've always like in Korea, it's like very, very monopolized. Like if they kick a member out, the media is going to cover that they were bad or like that they like did something bad or just blacklist them, don't talk about them anymore or things like that. Whereas this is like genuine pushback and like people are, I think like actually not listening to them anymore because of this. So like,
spicy.
I think they're finally having to like have repercussions for their actions, which is, I think, really good for the K-pop world because they've just been able to like do whatever the fuck they want for a very long time. Not to say that the culture didn't breed a lot of excellent groups out of that horrible toxic culture, but at the same time, and like, I think you can also make good groups.
Figured out a really good blueprint because they could do whatever they wanted,
Pretty much.
Because they weren't being censored. They could like be creative and figure shit out. But
exactly. Yeah. But unfortunately it was at the cost of like the mental health of so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So that was tricky. That's definitely the tricky part. So I would love to see a little bit of a change in it. I would love to see some more humanity put into it. I think it would still create just as good of a system, but it is what it is. But the biggest thing is I just don't think that once these people are famous and like in a big group, I think you shouldn't be able to cut that off at any moment because they've already built such a large fan base, you know? So it's
Right.
cool to see that pushback. And then there's also pushback from the same company of Hybe, because they also have a group called NewJeans, huge K-pop group. They really picked up in like 2022. Love them. I adore their music.
Like how lame that band name is. NewJeans.
I know. Because
So
this was
lame.
be fresh,
So
like a new pair of
ChatGPT.
jeans. Yeah, this would be fresh.
Oh, that's so bad. But
They always pick,
I'm sure
they always pick
I'm
like
sure
the
they're
worst.
great.
Oh, they're wonderful. They
Wow.
make great stuff. So this one, people correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure I'm going to get a detail wrong because this is just layered shit. But they have not made a new song.
New jeans don't feel good at all.
I know they wanted to make it like
I'm
a fresh
really
new pair of
stuck on
jeans.
this
I'm like,
name.
but they're stiff. I don't like
They're
new
stiff.
jeans.
I don't like new jeans. They don't fit well yet. They rub on your tum tum.
Right.
Anyway,
I love new jeans.
I'll let it
I do
go.
not like new jeans.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
Okay.
but so they're a five person girl group. Really, really fantastic. Makes amazing music in my opinion. Like just the stuff. It's just so well produced. Like it's always a hit. It's always good. It's crazy. Like they became the blueprint for so many groups after that because they just immediately out the gate, just amazing songs. And so now they have not made a song in like a year and a half because Hybe has them basically in like the basement because they pushed back a little bit because the person who like they're under Hybe, but they were under like a subcategory called, I believe it's Adore. And then that's like a sub company under it or something. And so that's what they're technically in, but it's all under Hybe. And so the person that ran Adore, that was the CEO, Minhee Jin, I want to say something like that. But she kind of tried to, admittedly not great. She tried to kind of like enact a coup where she would end up being in charge of Hybe because she's created like this most popular girl group. She has a ton of industry experience. She's really protective of her artists as well. Like the NewJeans, the members like love her, which we'll get into because they went to bat for her. And so they figured this out about Minhee Jin and they decided to cut her out of Hybe. And so she got fired. They lost Adore, blah, blah, blah. So NewJeans, in solidarity with her, said, well, we're not making music until you bring her back, which that doesn't happen. Let it be known to anybody who does not know K-pop, does not know, frankly, Korean culture as a whole kind of.
Yeah.
A 16-year-old, 17-year-old girl standing up to a business executive in his 50s that's a man. No,
they said, we're going to act like our American cousins, and I don't feel like it.
Kinda. Not to say that we're perfect, but like, I'm proud of them. I think that's really.
I mean, yeah.
And I don't think she's perfect either. And I don't think she's perfect either. People were kind of upset because they also I think they're not proud of things that Minhee Jin has done. Like, you know, I mean, having underage idols, it's always iffy. So like, there's already gray area there. I'm not saying she's perfect. I'm just saying like this is what they did, and so there was like a bunch of pushback. And so they've decided, okay, fine, then we won't have you make new stuff. And so they just are in lockdown and they keep making Instagram posts about them and all this other stuff. And people are like, bring them back then. And they won't do it. And so they tried to like go away and make a new one called like NJZ, I believe, like kind of like NewJeans, but just NJZ as like a new group. And they wouldn't let them because they like owned their, I guess they're just like under contract to the point where they like own their asses basically. You can't go do another group.
The HBO Max of it all.
Yeah. And so now this part I'm kind of iffy about, and this is where I don't know all the details, but apparently Minhee Jin won like a major lawsuit against them under like false firing pretenses or something like that. A lot of money, a lot of money. I want to say it was like, let me see really quick. Sorry. I want to say it was like 21.5 billion won or something like that, which let me see. It was, which is, okay, $18 million. $18 million she won in a court case against them because of lawsuit. I'm assuming false firing, like under bad pretenses or something like that. Yeah. But she, I mean, I don't know everything about her. She's not perfect, whatever. I'm just talking about this one situation. This diva went back and said, Minhee Jin proposes to forego the $18 million court win in exchange for Hybe to drop all lawsuits against her, NewJeans, and ex-employees and fans. So she's like, bring them back and let me have them, and I will drop this. You will not have to pay me the $18 million. That's insane. That's kind of fucking cool. I know she's probably not perfect. Again, I'm sure somebody in the comments will be like, she's done horrible, evil things. I'm just talking about this one situation. It's with K-pop, you always have to say this because it's like they've all done evil shit. But in this one situation, this is fucking amazing. Like, I think that's so cool. I mean, who knows if anything will come of it, but that's such a ballsy move. Just be like, I don't even need it.
Wow.
Give me my girls, you know?
Damn.
And they love her. And they love her.
Yeah.
So like, it just kind of makes me
Incredible.
happy to see that. And I know probably nothing great will come of it, which is sad. But I just do think that that's such a cool thing to have in the spotlight for everybody to see, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see.
Fascinating.
But yeah, that's what's keeping me young,
I
is
learned
to
a
see.
lot about K-pop.
Yeah, it's a
And I'm
interesting
sorry to say that
environment.
it will leave my head tomorrow. But
And
for
that's
today,
okay.
I know a lot about it.
But for today, I have fascination, and that's all you need is a day.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
For
so
this
that's keeping me
recorded
young.
media,
I
I
like
have it.
that there's
Incredible.
I like we're getting some good cultural stuff in the front. That's like a little bit of pushback for these people.
Yeah. Very political. I mean, everything's so political. My God.
Everything's political.
Well,
Everything's gnarly.
Yeah. My Keep Me Young is also performance based.
Great.
Is that a segue?
Come on, segue.
I have a mini one and then the main one. And both of them are relatively time sensitive, I guess. The mini
Okay.
one is that Monae Exchange was on Las Culturistas last week.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I went to college with Monae Exchange, and she called out this dude that me and all my friends know, like he was a friend of mine. For
Mine too. Yeah,
Oh my God, wait, yeah, you know
Yeah.
him too,
he went to the same opera
right?
camp as
Because
us.
right,
Then he was like one of my gaming
I
buddies
always
during COVID.
forget, dude. I always forget. We played trivia with him all through COVID.
Mhm.
He got shouted out by Monae Exchange on Las Culturistas, a podcast with millions of followers, for
Yeah.
being like so hairy and not cleaning up after himself. And it's true. Like, he lived with somebody I dated in college, so I would go over to that house. I've cleaned those bathrooms. It's so nasty, and it's so true. And it's that aside, it's hilarious to me that this person made such an impact on our friend Monae that like a decade plus later, she's like calling him by name on a
That was crazy.
famous podcast.
I saw that clip. That was absolutely insane. And I will come to the defense of a hairy man because it does.
Sure.
It's hard. It's hard to keep track of it after a while. I
It
gotta be
is
completely
hard.
honest, and not to be a boy defender, but like, damn, I don't know. Like, all I have is this, and even shaving this, I still find bits of it everywhere. Even when I'm like, I've cleaned it.
Totally.
It's so hard.
Totally.
It's so
I've
hard.
lived with boys. It is hard. Like, now
And
that
this man
I
is
shave
like
my head
hairy.
sometimes,
Hairy.
but I'm talking, Blake, like sink, floor of the bathroom, shower, like, God bless. It is both true and it is so out of pocket to get called out so
Oh, yeah.
specifically. And also, he doesn't give a shit. He'll never see that. He doesn't
No, he'll
listen to
never care.
this. He'll never know, and he'll never care. And like, no one's gonna like reach out to him to be like, "Hey, did you hear that?" You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I feel like there are a few of us who are like liaisons between these worlds of like the
Yeah.
Gay Boy podcast and knowing this friend.
Yeah, it's funny
that keeps
he
me
is
very
he is
young.
a straight guy. He is a straight guy. That
This-
is that is
yeah,
true.
he just
Not toxic,
really
not
is.
toxic, but straight for sure.
Yep. My actual keeping me young is Chris Fleming's HBO special, stand-up special. I watched it last night. Rarely do I ever like post up and watch a full-length thing. And to be fair, I did fall asleep. That's why, because I always fall asleep if I start a movie. But I was like, it comes out, I think it came out yesterday or the day before, and I wanted to be on the cutting edge. And
Yeah,
it was incredible. It also like was fascinating because I feel like it was a much larger audience than, I don't know, but he played Carnegie Hall, but then like there are a bunch of weirdos in New York who love him. It was interesting, like mixed responses. And like,
really.
yeah, like he made a bit out of it where like he'd be like, take out this material. They don't like it. Like, and one time he was like, we're going to take that again. We're going to take that from the top. Let me run it past you one more time. And like, they laughed the second time, but it was fascinating. Also, he's just hilarious the way that he like adjusted to it and rolled with it. And like all of his bits and all of his like narratives and I mean, he's hilarious. He's an extremely
absolutely.
physical comic
Very physical.
and
Yeah.
still had his like projection, like PowerPoint presentation sort of shit too.
Of course.
But the ones that I've seen so many clips of him online, and that stuff, I feel like he went so much harder, and maybe he was not going as hard because it was a broader audience. But then
Maybe.
when
Sometimes
stuff didn't work, he did go hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just do
I
it
loved
like
it.
in bits and pieces, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, I get it. Chris Fleming, I think, is one of the funniest people like alive. Like genuinely, his comedy
Me
is like
too.
so ahead of its time. And like, if you go back and watch like Gail on YouTube, like that shit's
Oh
funny
my
now.
God.
That shit's like still ahead of its time funny now. It's
He's
like
a crazy
so
person.
good.
He's so smart. He's so
Yeah, he's so
smart and
smart.
so funny. And like, I'm not out here being like male comics, yay! Like
Yeah,
that's really
but-
not my brand. But he is so funny and so smart. And
I feel like Chris Fleming is male legally also.
Yeah.
Like
I know he talks about that too. He was like, I did a special whatever amount of years ago, which launched a like nationwide manhunt for my pronouns.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love him.
He's
like
the most
not
non-binary cis
committing.
man I've ever seen in my life.
Totally. And he's
And I
like,
love
I don't
it.
know. You're looking at me. You tell me. I love it. Love that.
No,
That's
exactly.
like
It's not
just
a big deal to
a
him, which is
facet.
really cool.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Which I get. I've always said, even on my streams and stuff, like people are like, I think he goes by he, him. I'm like, yeah, I do. But also, if you want to call me she or they, I really don't care as long as you're calling me. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. Are you talking about me? Great. Love that.
Great. Love that. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
It's
My pronouns are
incredible.
Blake Blakes.
Right. I also wonder,
yeah.
like, maybe I haven't watched, this is probably it. I haven't watched a full length. The longest clips I've watched of him are like 8 minutes. So a full
Mhm.
hour plus show is not going to be as punchy as all the clips you see online.
I guess that makes sense.
Like-
I watched him live last year, and he had
my
a
God.
very
Yeah, you
he
did.
had a bit that I swear to God, like it had great payoff. It had wonderful payoff, but it was one of those where it's like the story went on for like 10 minutes. Not that it was long winded.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of detail to cover.
Yeah.
And like it was about him like going to like a hat shop in Saratoga where like the person working there was like I think like 6 or like maybe like 13 or something like that. Like
that was
something
in the
young.
special.
Okay, that bit happened live.
Yeah.
For us.
Oh,
And I
funny.
guess, I think it was new. Because it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so he was doing this. And in my brain the whole time, I'm like, if this is not real, I mean, if this is not real, or if this is just like, if this is it, then this payoff is
Oh,
not
but
worth it.
it's-
And then he fucking shows the photos of the
photos.
people he's talking about and all this stuff. Immediate pay. That was the biggest 10-minute trust exercise I've ever given a comedian in my life. I'm like,
Totally.
if this does not pay off, this is going to be the biggest
Oh
bomb
my God. I think that's
in
the thing. Like
stand-up.
everything he says is true. Like all of
It's
these
true.
stories, they're not exaggerated. He's
No.
just got such a way with storytelling. And I'm
That's the thing
obsessed.
too. You
It
can
brings
make
me
almost
joy.
anything. Like people are always like, how do people have all these exciting stories for like their videos or things like that? Even on my side, like for all this stuff, I'm like, those stories are always out there if you just pay attention. Like there's
Also,
wild
like,
stuff happening to you all the time.
One of his bits was about a kombucha SCOBY and a cast iron pan. Like you
Mhm.
you gotta have the brain to make that into a bit. Like there are
It's-
bits all over for the eye to see if only
Exactly.
you care to see them.
Exactly.
But that's what I love
I
about
like to
him
think
too.
I
It's
can
like,
do that occasionally, but his ability
Yeah.
to reference things that everybody knows about that's universal, but at the same time is so
Totally.
niche of a choice to reference is fantastic.
Exactly. But then also he'll go after he went after the president of Skidmore College in such an insane way. I don't want to just go back through his whole bit.
I
but
get it, but it's fun.
he puts his name on the screen and he just makes fun of the spelling and the saying and the feeling of this man's name. Like it has
I love
nothing
it.
to do with who he is. It has nothing to do with value judgment of who he is as a
No,
person.
no,
It's
of
just
course.
whoa, that's what your name is? Oh God, I just love it. I just love it. And it is so fluff, but in the most serious, painstakingly detailed way.
Yeah,
I'm so
exactly.
on board with that kind of shit.
It's so lovely. I'm so glad you got to experience him even more. I'm gonna go watch that soon then because I do really
Yeah.
appreciate what he does.
You should. I did fall asleep because I always fall asleep. But then
It
I got
happens.
to rewatch it and that was fun.
He always gives me so many wonderful things to think about. Cause like when I look every time, I still don't look at Margaritaville the same way because I just think every time I think about Jimmy Buffett, I think about how he calls it vacation porn and like how like Parrot Head is like a pride event for like people with erectile dysfunction or something. Like it's like all this, like, I just think about that all the time. And vacation porn is the perfect way to describe Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville. Cause it's just like,
100%.
I get off on the idea of going to a fucking beach and like, that's my personality and I get it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We love national hero, Chris Fleming.
What is it? Oh,
Great
I'm sorry.
hair,
That was the last
great
thing.
outfits.
He's like Jimmy Buffett's music is like a love letter to giving up. True.
Yeah, he's a poet. Like, actually, he's a poet. I think, gosh.
It's really nice.
I want to, like, you know, people set Craigslist posts to music and it became Craigslist leader.
Oh, that was that was funny shit.
I feel like that was sort of like the dawn of like modern comedy for us. Where it was like online. It like blurred the edges of like using the internet in comedy, but it didn't just exist on the internet. It like became this, I don't know. That felt like a turning point for us comedically. But I want somebody to I want somebody to set Chris Fleming, like a rant of Chris Fleming's is to music.
Yeah.
So
I just saw like a clip from a British comedian, I think it was from a few years ago, about a Craigslist interaction of them trying to sell a bed frame or something, or a mattress. It was so funny. So funny. Anyway, sorry.
Do you fuck around with Craigslist?
I never did. I think I had a very heavily ingrained into me at a young age a fear of the internet back in the day. Like where I didn't have a MySpace. I didn't do Facebook until like 2008. I avoided it because I was just told at a very young age, don't put a lot of stuff online about yourself because it's dangerous and scary when you're a kid.
I can't believe you didn't have a MySpace.
Take fucking note.
It.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a fear of the internet instilled into me at a very young age from my mom. She was like, don't do it.
Got it.
Yeah. Ironically, now here we are, but
I know. I mean, yeah, it's like the kids who couldn't have sugary cereals and then they become grown-ups with type 2
which
diabetes.
I think gives me a better maneuvering of online spaces, but still.
Yeah. To be clear, I wasn't laughing at the diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. I was laughing at me comparing Blake's chronic online life to having type 2 diabetes, which is so not okay. To compare. Just laughing at myself. Okay.
That's the fun part about having a podcast is that you can't say anything without voicing afterwards. Just so you know, to the air breathing community, I do respect your air, but I also think that air is funny.
Sometimes, yeah. So the way that I shaped that air was insane.
The way I shaped that air was insane, and I should be put on the stake. So I wanted to say.
I will say my experience of Craigslist in Brooklyn only brought good things into my life. And like, it was pre like the phenom of Facebook Marketplace because the search function is way better on Craigslist. I feel like I've talked about this on this podcast, but I feel so strongly about it. The like interaction is so normal on Craigslist. You don't have to do it through fucking Facebook Messenger. It like does it through email.
That shit's a minefield. Oh my God.
Right. So then people are actually checking their email. It encrypts it though. Like you don't like automatically give away your email address. You don't get their email address, which some people have been like, oh, well, I like it because you can see them on Facebook. I'm like, I don't like it. They can see me on Facebook. I just want to buy a couch. They don't need to see my college graduation photos. Like, that's
Diva,
so
we almost got
inappropriate.
mugged from Facebook Marketplace. We were looking for a couch and this guy was like, pay in advance and then meet us in this parking lot. I'm like, you're going to kill us. No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook seems like a lawless place. The internet is a lawless place, but Facebook is way more. Oh,
particularly lawless. Yes, I agree.
Like, I'm so sorry. I just remembered. Can I triple up on Keeping Me Young this week?
Please.
I'm so sorry.
Please dive in.
Speaking of Facebook Messenger, an artist manager responded to a story of mine. So like, I don't go on Facebook, but my Instagram stories go to Facebook stories. And that's where the boomers respond to them. And sometimes it's my mom's friends being like, you look so beautiful here. I'm like, oh, guys, thanks.
You're right.
Very sweet. And then sometimes, so my friend had an album release show. I made a story that was like, go see their show and FaceTime me in. This artist manager, like out in the world, recognizable name, response, no.
What? What? An
She just
adult lady with a
responds-
full ass career?
She
Responded
replies
to
to my
your-
story, lowercase no, no punctuation. So obviously I like screen recorded that and put it on my stories and hid it from her. But like,
That's
ma'am, what? Did you think
amazing.
I was sending you a direct message? Do you hate? You don't even know. These people aren't even opera people who I was talking about. Like, what are you? Are you saying you don't want to go to the show? Are you saying you don't want to FaceTime me? Please be more specific.
They said that
Hilarious.
was actually just no. You will never make my roster. She likes to keep people humble.
Oh, I see.
She
I
likes
see.
to keep
Got
them
it.
humble.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's crazy. Why did they?
Isn't that amazing?
Why? That's like 2008
What?
Facebook behavior, where everybody thought that everything that was on their
Yeah.
screen was personally made for them, and they have to
Yeah.
respond to it. That's
Or
like
they like
early
write on
internet.
their own Facebook wall, like, "I love your sweater," like, but they didn't write it on somebody else's wall.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. I love watching, it's like watching a giraffe or something, like walk around in the middle of a city.
is.
It's so good.
It is such a great use of free will and access to internet.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
And I
that
felt-
was incredible.
I felt 16 as a result. It made me feel great.
youthful. Wow.
Okay.
Love that.
And the curtain has fallen on my many Keep Me Youngs. Please, let's take a turn into the negative to balance this all
Take a
out.
turn. Yeah.
You can't get a big head. Can't get too happy in this life.
Exactly.
What's
Exactly.
aging you this week?
I think it's probably standard for a lot of people right now. It's the
Cool.
men's hockey team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how they like took that call from Donald
Bummer.
Trump, who was like
Big
something
bummer.
like the women like had to win or something, blah, blah, blah. But I'm so glad you guys won too or whatever. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Like throwing the women under the bus. Where like one
I
of
watched the video and it
heads-
wasn't even funny. He was just like,
No.
"You're invited to the White House. I guess I have to invite the women too. I'd be impeached if I didn't." What?
You're being impeached because you're a sexual predator, but also
And you're
like,
not being impeached.
and you're not
We
being impeached.
tried.
Yeah, we've tried. And people were like, it's like he's doing like a 4-minute stand-up routine. I'm like, if you think he's funny, like well,
Right.
to be fair, sometimes he's funny, but not when it's like him trying to be funny. It's not when
I
he's
know,
trying to be
yeah.
funny. But
Kofefe is funny.
he's just kind
but-
of a lookout. Like it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He yeah. So
How
then
about
all these men.
the men's hockey team mom answering for that too? Nasty.
Yep. Yeah, because the mom is like helped coach the women's team, right? And was also on the women's team back in the day or something like
I
that.
think, yeah.
and all
I
this
don't know if
stuff.
she
And you're
coaches
just like-
for them now, but she was definitely
She
on
helps
the
out with
women's
them.
hockey
She was
team.
with them, celebrating with them, I think, even. It's like, you're throwing your
Oh
own
my
mom
God.
under the bus. This is what these kind of people are, okay? These are the kind of people that throw their own mom under the bus for fucking Donald Trump.
No, but she took it on behalf of Donald Trump. She was like, or on behalf of these boys, men, excuse me, I'm
Men.
falling into the trap too. She like answered for them and she was like, whatever that bullshit line is of like, don't hold people to their worst mistake, blah, 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 blah. Like she
They don't
was
think it's a
willingly
mistake. They're still
being
doing
like,
it.
protect these angels. I'm like, ma'am.
Whatever. Have a
I understand
spine.
that maybe you played the game and won and like your proximity to men has helped you out, but like, please stop.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Whatever. I mean, even that's the thing. She can still be an idiot, and she still could be like completely thrown under the bus by her son, which is like, what happened?
Yeah.
Which is what happened. And I don't know. It's like, because it's like, yeah, don't hold them to their worst day. I'm like, yeah, they still went to the White House. They still had McDonald's with him at the White House. They still
Ew,
like,
I didn't see that. Ew.
yep. There's some things like, I can't even put it
McDonald's at
into
the White
words.
House is the Trump presidency.
I can't even put it into words because I know that everybody else feels the exact same way. And for some reason in my brain, I feel like I have to tell people to feel this way, even though we all feel this way. But there's something so primally embarrassing of watching a group of 30 grown men pretend that they like doing something when they all know we hate it. And we all know you're doing it just to piss other people off. Like, you're not doing this because you love McDonald's. You're not doing this because you think that's the right thing to have at this situation. You're doing this because you know it pisses liberals off. And I think that's what makes me so annoyed is that you're a child. You do everything under the way that a child does things, in spite of other people, instead of doing things for the greater good of yourself and others. And that's where it gets me so mad.
I feel like some of them aren't even that intentional about it. They just don't know how to say no. They're so scared of saying no and stepping out of line. Because like, probably a lot of them are assholes and are like, yeah, stick it to the liberals. I'm sure like 2 or 3 of them are like, guys, this like sucks, but like, whatever. I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be the Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. They're like,
there's gotta be
lily-livered little shits.
Of course they are.
To use another 1950s insult.
No kidding.
And just have no spine at all.
Yeah. None. Not a one. And then the face of it is like this ugly motherfucker. Well, I don't even know his name, but people hate him. That one with like the half a tooth missing or whatever, when he has more money than God. It's like so,
But how would they know he plays hockey otherwise?
I know. Otherwise, how would they know? Yeah, either way, whatever. They're fucking stupid. And the women's hockey team's won like circles around them. Like they've won so many more than them.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so embarrassing. They do it right one time and they like the world stops.
I see the guy.
Mm-hmm. What's his name?
Kind of got a lady face, huh? I don't know. I'm just looking at a group of them.
But yeah, no, they're all just amazing. I don't know. They're just the fucking worst. And then we saw them like come. Yeah. It was so funny though, seeing them get off the plane back from Italy and seeing that the online reaction after all that happened. And you like, they're all walking off and they're like, and like, but there's like, they got their number ones up, but like their eyes are dead. They know know the world fucking hates them. And it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I hope they grow and I hope they learn. So I don't like to be like everyone permanently hates you. It's probably not the case. They'll probably forget you in a month or 2 anyway. But I hope that they take it as a learning and growing experience.
You can change your mind at any time.
Anytime.
That's the beauty about
That's what Woke
life.
2.0 is about. That's what Woke 2.0 is about.
Oh my God.
It's awful. Yeah. It's just obnoxious. It's just watching guys be dudes. And I think I'm just in the era right now where watching guys be dudes just pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, but it's like this weird dramatized like early aughts version of like Jackass, the TV show type dudes where they're like, we don't have like a regard for our own life or safety or other people's. And we're just kind of doing this for the shits and giggles. I'm like, hello.
Yep. I did see a comedian who argues that we should bring Jackass back because we need to let them get that energy out in like a shopping cart on their roof and not in political offices. Yeah.
Hey, great point.
Like, hey, go break your leg somewhere else.
Oh, wait. That made me think of this thing about Andy Kaufman that I saw where they were like, Jackass basically like started because of Andy Kaufman. And it was this whole Jim Carey thing. Where are you on this? Are you familiar with this?
Not at all.
There's it's like a conspiracy theory of this psyop where like Jim Carey got replaced by a clone, or he's doing a bit. He was at some awards ceremony where it looked like he either had a ton of plastic surgery or like... I
did see that just like minutes before coming here. I saw that. He looks very different.
Okay. Looks very different. And then like, I made the mistake of lingering too long on one video about that. No. And now I'm seeing a million different theories that like, well, he used to like have these characters that then because he like accepted some award in like drag of somebody else one time. Okay. So they're like, he's just doing it again. Like that's actually prosthetics, like doing these crazy zoom ins of his face. Like that's actually prosthetics. He's in on it. Like the fact that he said this means that he's in on it. And meanwhile, other people are like, no, he died. And they replaced it. Like they replaced
Not the
him.
Avril Lavigne of it all.
Oh my God. I know. Then they're also like invoking the name of not Demi Lovato, the one who's on Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
What's that? Yeah. Something happened with her where they think like she died and they replaced her. Like,
great.
Oh my God. I'm obsessed. Yeah. I encourage you to go down that rabbit hole, but not too far because you might not be able to come back.
Fair. Well, I think that's the end of my thing anyway with aging me. I just think they're obnoxious and I am glad that people are calling them stupid for being stupid. So that's good.
Yay.
That's good. How about you?
Excellent.
What's aging you?
Oh, Kansas sending letters to trans people telling them they have to change their driver's licenses or they're having their driver's licenses revoked. It's just so.
Oh my God.
That's Nazis. That's Nazis. That's
I was
what
like
Nazis
not online very much the last couple of days. And I think I missed this one because I also missed that we're going to war with Iran, by the way. Like I
did miss
went
that
a
one,
whole
but then
day.
I
somehow missed that
that one
completely.
too. But then I like talked to, and I have discovered my favorite way to like learn news is have other people listen to it and then talk to me about it. Because then I'm like
watered down
in community with other people and I can like react and not be alone in a vacuum.
You're instantly
reading this
aware
bullshit.
with somebody else. And that's really nice. That's really nice.
I need like, what if we all listen to the Up First podcast, like on a Zoom call, and then we could react together?
Wait, I kind of love that. That could be an episode.
I love that. Oh yeah. Ooh,
yeah. Maybe not.
But yeah. Yeah. The state of Kansas sent like paper letters in the mail to trans people. I guess like people who they have records of changing their sex on their driver's licenses and telling them they have to go back to the first sex that was listed on their driver's license or it'll be revoked. I mean, I said it already.
Fuck them.
Like,
oh my God.
Kansas,
so, you are not that girl to be able to pull this off also. That's a lot of moxie coming from Kansas.
I'm saying.
The nothing state?
Totally. Whose motto is,
we got corn.
Apparently trans people are suing, so we can only hope that like that works itself out. But like,
I do kind of like the high camp of the concept of you've been sued by the trans community.
Right?
Kind of iconic.
I hope we see more
not
of it.
Really, but that sentence is iconic. But
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says transgender Kansans. Transgender Kansans. Say that 7 times fast.
Kansgender.
Transgender Transans sue over new law invalidating their driver's licenses. So
great.
Yeah, we can only hope it's reversed.
Yeah, that sounds like something that
state. That's not even like a city. That's a whole fucking state. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's pretty. I'll try to be kind of anti-dimmer in my brain about it. I think, and maybe that's toxic positivity, but I feel like that's a really bold thing to just get away with. But we've also seen a lot of bold stuff gotten away with, I suppose. There's been pushback
what about
lately,
the
though,
people
I feel
who
like.
change their last names when they get married? That is also an identity change.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
People are fucking stupid. They never think past the step of like boo trans people. I can't wait till they find their new scapegoat. Like this one's just getting kind of. It sounds like I'm reducing it to like a small little thing, but it just feels overplayed now. Like, which is like kind of.
No, it does. I'm
just like, I'm bored. Pick a new demon. Like you've been at this one for like years now. Like it's just like it's not even in fashion anymore. Like pick a new one. We're all like let them live. It doesn't matter. And y'all are still like grinding in on this. It feels embarrassing. I don't know.
It's just the latest version of it too. And like I was listening to this podcast called Articles of Interest that I like obsessed over in the fall because everything comes back to the military, like in terms of design of clothing. But it was talking about this designer, this woman designer in the early 1900s who was like designing pants and shit. And like the number of laws that prevented women from living lives, I was like, oh, trans people are the new women. It was like, I feel like it was Black people and then it was women. And it continues to be Black women. But like in terms of, who has all of these restrictive laws, like in America, Black people, women in recent history.
Yeah.
Gay people.
Yeah.
And now trans people. And like, who is next?
Who is next?
It's just
like
so
what is the next
clear.
thing? I guess we'll never know until it happens. But
yeah.
Podcasters.
Like bring it back to like Italians again, Irish people again. What?
Right. They will probably get bored and just find one of the white ones to get.
That's what I think. Like it's gonna come for you for some part of your life. The like capital YU. Yeah,
because they'll never give their full honesty and be like it's actually like middle class and poor people because that's what it actually is. It's just
Right.
under the guise of all this shit.
Totally. And it's under the guise of like, it's everyone who isn't the 9 billionaires on Epstein Island, you know? Like
Right,
that's ultimately
right.
what it is too.
Yes, 100%.
And just limiting the like quality of life for everyone who isn't
Mhm.
those people and
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
distracting them.
Right.
So that's aging me. And also, I don't know, trans people, I'll speak for my community, are insane and very thorough. So I trust
Yeah.
that
They'll do
Trans
it.
Kansans will. Yeah. But yeah, I'll
Trans
look up some.
Kansans can.
Trans Kansans can. Oh, beautiful.
Get that
That's
trending.
my sign for the protest. Exactly.
Yeah. If there's one thing a gay white man loves to do, is to co-opt a problem for clout. So get it trending, baby.
Make merch, Blake, and
Make
keep
your
the money.
Yeah, I'm making merch. I'm making merch. We're gonna help.
And
no,
2%
actually,
of the
we weren't.
profits.
I didn't know much about it at the time yesterday, and so I'm glad we talked about it today, because the fundraiser we were talking about that we did for Minnesota, my friend wants to do again in a few months for Kansas in that situation.
Oh,
So that'd be really
great.
cool. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun.
Excellent.
Get some gays
Yeah.
together, play some games. Maybe we'll have you on,
So
Heather. We could
fun.
like if you're in the city, I could like have you on and we could be like one
Yeah.
of the players, and I could teach you games.
Totally. If it's after
Exciting.
April, I'll be around.
Sick.
Guys, strap in because Blake and I are going to be in the same city for like more than 1 week.
Yay.
Very soon.
Oh, life's back
I'm
to
excited.
normal again. Life is back to normal again.
Nature is healing. Speaking of
Oh, man.
nature, human nature, eating.
Human nature, like eating. Exactly. It's time
Sure.
for Depression Meal Mondays.
Thank you.
You did great on that. That was great. That was like
Thank you.
some Kevin Bacon shit. Good for you.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate
Yeah.
ya.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Oh, I didn't think of one. Oh, wait, no, I definitely have one though. I'm sure I.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was like really anxious about something yesterday, so I barely ate, and so that was I had like so my whole day's amount of meals I think was like the thing. Actually, I sometimes get anxious about things I say on my videos and then try to like overthink
Sure.
them when really they weren't a big deal, and I'm just making a big deal about something.
I mean, relatable.
That's like fine. So like, yeah, like, cause I'll make something and I'll think, oh, this is really funny. But then like later I'll like have it up and then one person will say like, did you ever think about how the implications of blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, oh God, I didn't think about the implications of blah, blah, blah while I was making this. I'm a monster. And then I'm like, nobody else said anything about this. Nobody else was impacted by this. Like, you're okay. But I will sometimes get
It's
in my
fine.
head, and it has to catch me on a bad day, like low sleep, all this other stuff.
Dog.
Dog.
See ya.
Icon.
Right. Relatable. Relatable.
Yeah, it just has to
some
catch me on a bad day.
People
It just has
react
to catch me on a
differently
bad
to
day.
that sort of anxiety.
Exactly. And I was really tired. I was very sleep deprived. So it just caught me at a bad time. Looking back on it now, not a big deal. Even if something were to happen from it, like I didn't do anything evil. I was just like, oh, I guess I was a little bit, I guess I could have been a little bit more tactful there or something, but whatever. It's fine.
Sure.
But to be online and have opinions is for that to happen sometimes. So it happens.
True.
But I was really reeling about that kind of stuff. And so my meals yesterday were a peanut 1 1/3 peanut butter sandwiches for lunch. And then one of the 2 Burger King burgers I ordered for dinner. And
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't feel protein
full.
in it.
It's got protein. I didn't feel very
That's
full.
not enough for a
but
full day, though.
yeah, it wasn't even like nauseous. It's just like when you just don't feel hungry at all, sort of
Yeah.
thing. And so that one kind of matched the theme where I was like, oh, anxiety meal Monday, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're back. I'm good. I woke up the
Sometimes.
next day. I'm like, oh no, that's not the real world. I'm okay.
Great. Excellent. Welcome back.
So what was
Welcome back.
your depression meal this week, Heather?
My depression meal has to do with more of like a concept and
Okay.
like when you have an epiphany and you look back at the rest of your life and you're like, damn, that's depressing because you've like made a change in your life in a positive way. So there's a positive spin, but the depression comes out of like the fact that I think I thought every meal that you make like has to like be cohesive as like a culture. Like it has to be all Mexican food or it has to be like all Japanese, like sushi.
Mhm.
Like it has to. And I really wanted to eat. I had some chicken thighs and I had gotten Brussels sprouts. And I was like, well, if this is like a real meal, like I need some rice with it, or like just Brussels sprouts isn't enough. Like I should make a salad. And then I was like, bitch, you have chicken and Brussels sprouts. You can just eat chicken and Brussels sprouts. And like I wanted to put salsa on it because there's some green salsa here. So I put salsa on it. And the realization of like, I have free will and I can do whatever I want made me so sad to think like, how many times have I avoided cooking for myself because I'm like, oh, I don't have like a cohesive meal.
Right.
But like,
you could have hodgepodged your whole life.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta sometimes lean into girl dinner, I think.
Totally.
Sometimes
but
it's
like,
just bits and pieces.
Right. And I always thought girl dinner, like there are no rules if you're not cooking. Like I could eat peanut M&Ms and
I see what you mean. If you're putting the effort in, you want it a complete effort that's cohesive. I get that.
Totally. And that is like, you could publish the recipe for it. But like, no, it's simply what I had. And it's a protein and it's a vegetable. And that's kind of fine.
Fair.
So that's the depression. But ultimately I did cook chicken and Brussels sprouts and I ate it, and I'm going to eat more Brussels sprouts today. But I did look up an actual recipe today. I'm going to treat myself tonight. That's also something that like, I'm like getting on board with like, you should give yourself the things that like romanticize your life type bullshit of like, how many times have I put so much effort into like planning a date, but I've never put that much effort into like making dinner for myself. So we're like in that world. We're experimenting in that world. And I did look up a fun recipe for tonight. So we'll see.
Nice. Nice. See. I believe in you. That's going to be sick.
Thanks. Okay. And we have a submission. Which one did I want to do?
Which you can send to keepmeyoungpod@gmail.com or at keepmeyoungpod at our Instagram DMs.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Or the comment sections of our YouTube channel also.
You know what? Oh gosh. Yeah. This one gets my pity vote. And again, don't let that be a rule, but it does get my pity vote.
Nice.
This is from Mint, she, her.
Love it.
And the subject line is, why hi? Oh my gosh. And y'all's email addresses are so comical to me, but I also forget that like you can't get your names anymore. We snatched them up.
Oh yeah, we
like
snatched
20
them
years
all.
ago.
That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That does make sense. All of these emails, I'm like, are you for real? But yeah, that's all that's left. Sorry.
You better work whimsicalpastry at Gmail.
Exactly. Hey, divas. My depression meal was on Monday. We love punctuality.
Perfect. On time.
I was sick, rotting in bed and shivering under my blankets. Yes, plural, all day. I ate 2 scoops of al dente pasta, rigatoni. I figured you guys would want to know. No sauce. The use of parentheses is really beautiful in this email. 1 clementine, 3 flakes of cereal, after which I felt nauseous from chewing too much. All this for breakfast at 11 a.m. and nothing since then. It also reads as a poem, like there are line breaks in really poetic places.
Haiku. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. I know. That's that Italian. That's that real Italian right there. It's 11 a.m. meal is always like very much like the witching hour of meals. I feel like, because it's like you either just didn't want to bother with breakfast, or you're like, I got plans. I can't do lunch, so fuck it. We're just grabbing something and we ball, and that's what we're eating. And I really sympathize with the not necessarily feeling nauseous from food going into your stomach, but just like chewing too much makes you feel nauseous sometimes.
And flakes of cereal is going to be crunchy.
Yeah, that's very beautifully described and very relatable. So thank you for that. And I hope you feel better. Oh my gosh, that sounds brutal. That sounds brutal.
But I do love that it was on a Monday that happened. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For committing to the bit.
Thank you. Thank you. I will be sick on their day. That's when we have to do it.
Thank you. Okay. Can you drop a beat?
Oh yes, of course. It's time for bum, but down, bow, bow, but down, bow.
Time for queer.
Down, bow,
Wait,
bow, down.
Time for Q&A with queer and gay.
Time for queers.
Time for queer. Time for queer.
Like, girl, it's been time for queers. Sorry about it. We started.
Okay.
The second we pressed start and record, we said it's time for queer.
The second. Yeah, exactly. The moment.
The function is both queer and gay. Don't worry. You have a space.
We said We should start a podcast, LOL. But actually, then it was time for queer.
Kind of.
Okay. This person is named Sue. And I'm going to just say they're fancy because they have like their signature of like all of their qualifications, and they have a PhD.
Oh,
so
wait, we're bringing in PhD owners to our podcast? That's crazy. I'll take that.
I know.
That's a win.
Okay. Hello, Blake, not Jake, and Heather.
That's it. That's a YouTube watch right there.
Nice. My name is Sue, pronounced with an elongated ooh as in too soon. Love instructions.
Sue. Love it.
Older than you both, fan here. I was born in 1990. I'm glad you think that you're older than me.
Oh,
I too was born in 1990. Yes, shocking, I realize, but I do realize that sometimes this is the ego boost and connection that mid-millennials crave, especially during times of isolation, exclusion, and in industries where aging out is deeply prominent. Speak on it.
Thank you. Listen, I have a friend, our friend Remy, who has this constant ongoing joke just to piss me off that all of my viewers on YouTube are 8. And I'm like, literally, like 8% of my audience is under the age of 18. 8%. I have a way larger percentage that is like ages like, I think 40 to 55. That category is literally higher than the under 18 category. And he's like, yeah, but they're all lying. I'm like, they're not. They're not.
They're lying about their age. They just want to seem younger.
He does it just to make me mad. He's like, oh, how are the kids? I'm like, shut the fuck up. So this is very validating. Thank you.
Yeah. Born in 1990, PhD. You can only have a PhD once you've been born in 1990.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a while.
It takes a minute.
Let's see an 8-year-old try that.
Yeah, grow up.
Okay. Y'all don't keep me young. Ouch. But also, where's the fun in rejecting aging all the time? Embrace it, enjoy it, and don't let the youngins have all the fun.
Oh, I agree.
Cute.
I agree.
Very cute.
I feel like the keep me young part is more like a cultural, like whenever Heather said that to me back in the day that inspired this, it was more so of like, keep me young, keep me in the know, keep me in the know. I need to know things. Totally. You know?
What's the vocab? What's the insider lingo?
What's the vocab? What's the 411? Exactly.
Yeah. What are we doing with our hands to signify that we're gay these days?
Right.
Okay. Query for both of you queens, gender neutral. How would you solve the current crisis facing the Middle East? Kidding.
Oh my God. I was like, Heather, there's no way you picked this one. No.
I know. So good. Kidding aside, and without delving into the problematic.
No.
Exactly. Kidding aside, and without delving into the problematic nature of beauty pageants, would you rather be informed and unhappy or ignorant and blissful in this day and age?
Ignorant and blissful. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know that's evil, but I think I'd rather just be stupid, at least in this current year. I don't mean in a way where it would hurt.
What does this person mean about problematic nature of beauty pageants? I don't get how that's related.
Oh, maybe it's like about watching beauty pageants? Oh, maybe I was thinking about the world. Maybe they were just talking about beauty pageants.
Me too. Whatever. I'll edit that out. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So ignorant, blissful ignorance.
Not in and I guess we don't get to choose this specifically, but I'm like, not in a way where you're just like, guys, just like stop being poor. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's like sometimes I see my friends that are like really offline and like just living their life and kind of just like vibing. And they're like, yeah, our president sucks, but like whatever, I have to go do my job and like watch over my family and things like that. And I'm happy with that.
Yep.
And part of me for a second is like, how could you not keep informed nowadays? Like everything's going on all the time. But at the end of the day, they sleep better than me. Like, oh
yeah.
And so I'm sure there's something to it. I mean, I think in the grand scheme of it, for what I do online and things like that, it's probably better that I'm occasionally miserable and in the know. But
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to not know what is making you sad.
Right.
Or to not know
they
what
say,
could
I work
make you
in
sad.
higher education and am forced to be sad and informed. But if you had a choice, what would you pick?
If you had a choice, I don't know. And I say that. I probably wouldn't want to be forever ignorant and happy about stuff. I feel like that's probably not also great. And that's also just like a ticking time bomb because eventually you will know.
Right. And also sometimes being informed makes you happy, like watching heated rivalry, you know?
That's
and
fair.
Like, sometimes I feel like as humans, we have not evolved enough to know this much, to like have this much knowledge and have like the whole world at our fingertips. But I think I would have FOMO ultimately if I wasn't informed, because there are so many fun parts of like sharing your favorite TV show, playing some game, just gabbing about celebrities that like I think is a really nice bridge to meeting people and making friends. And like,
yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, I agree. I begrudgingly will choose sad and in the know, because so much of my humor is referential anyway. So like I have to know these things, and knowing that other people know these things as well, like it's like good too. Also, as a gay man, when you meet somebody who's just like not in the know politically about stuff, it's like kind of an eye roll. So
right, yeah, and I think it's like all well and good to talk about your feelings and to like talk about your immediate circle. And I love doing that too. Yeah. But yeah, I also don't think humans have evolved to not be social.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
We have definitely evolved to be social, just like not on a global scale. But
the brain cannot comprehend it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're like supposed to swap stories. We're supposed to like pass the news to neighboring tribes, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think, informed and sad because of being informed and briefly blissful.
Yes. Yes.
Because you could still be sad from not knowing things too.
Of course. Of course.
Heated rivalry. God damn it. If I didn't watch that show in December, I might not be here.
I might not be here. I
might be in a bunker somewhere, you know?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, exactly. Nevertheless, we chose knowledge, and I think that's good. I think that's probably good. Yeah. Well, that was beautiful. And this was Keep Me Young. I am Blake.
And I'm Heather.
And after knowing about that we would prefer to stay knowledgeable, we leave you with this piece of knowledge, which is that
remembering
to
wash
your
feet
can
trigger
hygiene
awareness.
Remembering to wash your feet can trigger hygiene awareness. Just always remember always remember that even the small mundane things could be making more of a difference than you know. When you wash your feet, you're reminding people to stay clean when they see your clean feet.
What does hygiene even, it can be literal hygiene. It can be mental hygiene. It can be being at peace with your current surroundings and accepting reality. What is hygiene? It can be checking in on your friends. So
speak on it.
Wash your damn feet.
Keep those feet washed, damn it. You're making a difference. It's like actually kind of cultural, because Benny Blanco was on like a couch recently for like a podcast or something, and he showed his dirty feet, and people were like, that's terrifying. So
at some point,
it was like, you're a celebrity.
I come from a flip-flop culture, and at some point I really turned the corner to be like, toes at work is unprofessional. And
so remember then, keep those damn feet clean and have a lovely, lovely week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Submit questions.
Yes, all that
leave
good
us
stuff.
a comment, rate and review. We love you so much. Bye.
We love you so much. Bye.